Welcome to another episode of Cinematic Anarchy. With me tonight we have, after a long absence, not a long absence, only 2 episodes, Tom the Viking.
Hi, everyone.
And, of course, me. We don't have anybody else on the podcast tonight. It's sort of a quiet night, a lot of things going on. So, a lot of things going on, but quiet. It's kind of contradictory.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in that respect, it's a quiet night in regards to just being us, but everybody else is busy. Hence the long break for me. Yes, it might only be 2 episodes for you guys, but for me, it's been over a month.
And, okay. So we're going to go ahead and discuss a movie that we actually both enjoyed. Thankfully, since the last time that I had you on the podcast, I made you watch a movie that you couldn't even stomach for half the movie. You're just, nope, I'm done. I'm checking out. We watched A Long Kiss Goodnight starring Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson.
Fucking brilliant movie. I will give it that.
After watching the movie, the only thing that I can't get out of my head now is your reaction to Samuel L. Jackson making it out of that fire.
Yeah, it wasn't even just a fire. It was
an
a full-blown fucking explosion. He got launched out of a window into a tree and then fell from the top of a tree to the ground. I'm sorry, a normal human being in a real-life situation like that would be dead. There would be body parts, there would be broken fucking bones. This motherfucker gets up and starts shooting people.
I need the Mythbusters for one fucking scene in the movie. One scene, okay?
Yes.
There's 2 parts in one scene that I need the Mythbusters for. They are caught in that apartment building, or whatever they are in, and somebody tosses a grenade into the aisle, and they both run. They passed at least 6 apartments before diving out the window and shooting out the ice below so they could plunge into the river. Instead of, smack, hitting the ice. First, I do not think the amount of fire caused by that particular explosion was realistic. That it was enough.
Not from a grenade.
That it was enough to blow out the window 6 apartment buildings, buildings. We'll go with buildings. Apartments down the hallway. No.
Yeah, no.
Second part of that scene, using the Uzi to shoot enough holes in the ice so they just go right through.
Yeah, no, that one would vary because it would be a case of 1, how thick is the fucking ice? 2, how deep is the water? 3, how, the distance from their falling, they'd have to calculate, the bullets hitting the ice and breaking it before they hit the ground. How far is the fall? There are many things in this film that make you go, what? Like the fact that Gina Davis survives a kick in the fucking head from a deer. I'm sorry, but that shit would kill you or cause brain damage. But not only that, did she get kicked in the head by a deer, she then crashes the same fucking car.
This is a action / comedy / suspend all belief in reality kind of movie. It is.
No, this not even a suspend all belief in reality. It's more of a, the laws of physics and everything that we live our lives by that rule the universe. Yeah, just throw them out the fucking window for this film.
Right. I mean, what's physics anyway? I mean, really?
It's like they took some shit from Inception and was like, you know what, that will work for this, even though Inception came out a long time after.
All right, so I'm just gonna give a brief synopsis off the top of my head because I was very dissatisfied with what IMDb had to say. I think it's because they kind of erred on the side of not giving too much away about the movie within the description of the movie because they want you to watch it.
Oh yeah.
The basic idea of the movie is you have Samantha Cain. She's been living in this small town for the past 8 years with her daughter and her husband. She emerged from the water 8 years ago, 2 months pregnant. She basically came out of a river, 2 months pregnant, pregnant with no memory about her past or even how she got there. So basically she's been living with amnesia, has no idea who she is for the past 8 years. A car accident caused by a drunken friend basically jogs her memory. She hits a tree after hitting a deer, gets kicked in the head by the deer. Then both the deer and her go head over heels. She goes out the windshield. Deer lands a few feet away. And this is where her memory starts coming back. The first memory being, apparently, how to put an animal out of its fucking misery.
I fucking love that scene.
Just snaps the neck of the deer.
Before you finish, I just want to say this. If there was ever like an embodiment of something being metal, like, you know, everyone who knows like metal music, yeah. If there was ever an embodiment of something metal, it is what this woman did to that deer without remorse. There was no like shocked look. It was straight up by blank expression. She just grabbed this motherfucker's antlers and snapped. Just fucking broke its neck clean.
It was complete instinct. That's all she was running off at that point. She was completely out of it. Blood pouring from her face down her chest, and she was completely out of it at that point after the car accident. But it had jogged enough of that instinctual memory for her to think, oh yeah, I know how to break necks. This is how you break necks. And rather fucking thick necks at that. I mean, that's a deer neck right there, you know.
And it's a lot of fucking muscle as well. Like, it's not easy to just, like, snap that fucking thing. Like, those guys have been hit by cars head on and still got the back up and walked off.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, and she's had the strength and the force and the know-how to just snap this fucker's neck clean. Like, damn.
So after this particular incident where she hits the windshield of her car, she starts to experience a little bit of her memory coming back in little bits and pieces. Until
one memory, in fact, is the embodiment of what I'm about to do right now.
Smoking,
fucking
yes.
Cigarette, yeah.
Right.
No, literally, she in the film, and anyone who watches it will see this. Bear in mind, we are a spoiler-based podcast, which you said in the intro. There is a moment in her own mind where she is looking at her reflection, and the reflection looking back at her is grinning, conversating with her, telling her, "I need a cigarette."
But I don't even smoke.
Like, I don't smoke.
Used to.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, she's got a lit cigarette in her hand and she smokes it like a pro.
Right. I think I like the one scene where she is coming back to the farm or wherever the hell it was, and she runs across the little boy. She's got the sniper rifle in her hand. She runs across the little boy smoking out behind the barn. And she's like, what are you doing with this stuff? It's going to fucking kill you. And then she takes a puff off of it and hands it back to him. And the next scene is him pissing his pants. And he's like, fuck that, and throws the cigarette away.
Yeah. I also like the scene where she's in the hotel with Samuel Jackson, you know, right after she's dyed her hair back to blonde. And she just fucking takes the shot the way she does, like rolls it across her mouth. It's like fucking such a clean scene. I fucking love it.
Can I just say, this woman taking the cigarette from the little boy. Well, I can't say little boy. The kid was probably like 13, 14 years old.
About the age that most people start smoking, let's be honest.
Right. Taking the cigarette from the boy, smoking it, and then handing it back to him, and then him pissing his pants and throwing it away. That is not the right reaction there. Most rebellious young men that are doing this kind of shit, if they were in the same situation and you got the cigarette handed back to you without a fucking fight, like there wasn't a screaming match. This woman was just casually kind of reading him the riot act before going about her business. She didn't point the gun at him. She didn't do anything. Most guys that age would just be like, that was fucking badass.
Oh, yeah. There'd be one or two reactions. It'd be, that's badass. Or you'd look at them with the blank expression, holding the cigarette that's just been passed back to you, like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is?
Right. It's like, nope. Definitely the wrong reaction for that situation, though. I think that was...
I wouldn't have threw the fucking cigarette away. I'd have looked at her and go, yo, can I come with you?
I wouldn't have wet my pants either in the middle of the snow. Like...
I'd have just been like, I got more. You know, chill? Like, I got some weed in the back if you want to hit that too.
Right. That's just a little better. That's what you need. Not the cigarette, the weed. I'd actually want to smoke the weed after that.
Nerves.
Yeah, just
calm the nerves.
Calm the nerves a little bit. So
like you could like look at her and go, "You're gonna kill someone, right? Do you want something to steady the hands a bit?"
All in all, I think this is sort of a badass movie from beginning to end. I agree with you. It did start a little slowly, but I think it had to start slowly. It had to start slowly because the beginning of the story is made up to be sort of the fairy tale, almost romantic comedy kind of beginning of a movie before diving into the action.
I like how in it, when she finally resurfaces, Charlie, that's the character's actual name. When she resurfaces and is speaking to Samuel Jackson, she refers to the person she was as just a fake identity sort of thing that took over when she lost her memory, which is fine. But I like how the instinct of that alter, in a sense, like came in when she was prepared to shoot her husband and her daughter to kind of cut the ties, and then ends up fucking doing everything she can to save her daughter by the end of the film.
Okay, yeah. I like that she was trying to sever that part of her. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, how the amnesia happened. Because from everything...
It was in the flashback scene where the guy in prison who had like the fucked up eye.
Right.
He tried to kill her and she stabbed him in the eye with the needle. So he shot at her and he shot the side of her head, causing like brain damage and brain hemorrhaging. So that's probably how she got the amnesia.
All right. Okay. There you go. I forgot about that one scene where he was supposed to dispose of her, and of course he fucked it up and lost an eye in the process.
Of course, it's your generic fucking villain, bad guy in a film. They always fuck up somewhere. But by all accounts, it was not a bad movie whatsoever.
No. Actually, I was very... I've seen this movie a few times. I was very happy watching it again. It holds up after all the years that I've waited to watch it.
Me as someone from the younger generation who doesn't particularly watch movies like this, sat there and enjoyed it and would watch it again.
It doesn't feel dated. That's the most important part of the movie, is that they did it just well enough that you can watch it right now and it doesn't feel like you're watching a movie from the friggin' 90s.
No, it doesn't. And there's also the fact of Geena Davis in the film. Like, my dad was reminding me, she's a comedian. You know what I mean? She's been in movies like Stuart Little. And then to see her in a role like this, for me specifically, was very out of my comfort zone. But she did it very well.
Oh, yeah. Like, I was used to seeing Geena Davis in fairly subdued roles. Like, she always played like the housewife or some kind of, like in Earth Girls Are Easy, she just kind of played a giggly valley girl, you know?
Yeah.
I was always used to seeing her in stuff like that, and I think the Long Kiss
Very
Goodnight,
innocent roles.
well, it was one of the first roles that she did that actually showed that she could have a powerful presence on screen. It's one of the reasons why she went on to play, you know, different political roles. She was Madam President in a TV show, you know.
She's like a multi-tool of an actress. You could put her in any position, and I reckon she would pull it off very well.
Favorite line in the movie. We're gonna move on. Favorite line in the movie.
Oh.
I'll give you mine. In the beginning of the movie, when we first see Samuel L. Jackson, when he breaks in on the guy who's obviously cheating or basically in the middle of a prostitution setup, he says these words: "Everyone knows when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption."
So oddly enough, I can't pick a favorite line of the movie because it was so well written and so well spoken by all parts that I enjoyed it all. It's one of those rare movies for me where I enjoyed every single aspect of it.
There is one
even the bits that didn't make sense, like as we spoke about earlier, Samuel Jackson surviving the fucking explosion.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Like, I still enjoyed it, though.
The amount of time that she could hold her breath while going around on the water wheel. didn't really feel terribly realistic, but, you know.
Then again, people have done stuff like that when your adrenaline's pumping.
Craig Bierko.
It's the instinct to survive.
The guy that played Timothy in the movie, like the main villain. He had one scene where he was kidnapping her daughter, and this one woman with her kids sees them, is about to say something, and he goes, "You're about to have 2 3/4 kids."
Fucking hell.
Right? Or you can just let me go and not say anything. Thank you, Merry Christmas. Like, he is like...
For me, moments like that, I feel like those sorts of villains, it would have just been better if they look at the people and just say... Like, they don't say anything, they just put the finger to the lip and just go, shh. Like, it gives that aspect of mysteriousness that I feel like would have been better.
I agree.
Because, like, what's more intimidating to you, really? A fucking creepy guy saying you're about to have, like, 2 1/4 kids, or them looking at you, just dead face, dead serious, putting their finger to the lips and saying, shh.
No,
I would be more concerned about the shush. I would, personally.
I'm a little bit more concerned about the guy with a smile who just gassed a kid and puts a knife to your kid and says... You're about to have 2 3/4 kids. I see a guy that the intimidation factor comes with the ease of being able to deliver the line. A gruff guy looking mean and going shh is one thing, but a guy that can intimidate you with a smile, like he is smiling, telling this woman that he is about to slit the throat of her kid. That's way more intimidating.
In my opinion, this is where parenting becomes different. Because if it was my dad in that situation and that person did the same thing, he would look at the guy with the deadest reaction and say, that's fine, I don't like that one anyway. That's what my dad would say. And you know what? Mad respect, because I think at that moment, that same person with the grin going, you're about to have 3 1/4 kids, that's 2 1/4 kids, would shit their own pants. To be like, I don't give a fuck, go for it.
That's more than likely, actually. I think my father would have been like, okay, you want to take this one too? I'm not going to pay for it, but I'm sure he'll fetch something on the black market. Just take it. Go. That's
what I mean. That's the difference between dads and moms, though. Like, dads are brutal dicks, but they care about you when it actually matters. But in moments like that, when they know that they can fucking intimidate somebody else, they'll just be a dick about it. Be like, oh, fucking take it, I don't care.
Like, I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not working here. At all.
I don't know why you think you're trying to intimidate me, but it ain't gonna happen.
No, not at all. All right, so favorite, I want to say not performances, but I mean of the people in the movie, favorite actress.
So actress-wise, Gina Davis, thought she was brilliant in her role. She performed it well. You know, 10 out of 10 would fucking highly recommend watching that movie for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. And then second favorite performance would be by the main villain. I don't remember his name specifically, but Timothy, I think it was.
Yeah, Timothy.
Yeah.
The Craig Bierko.
Yeah, perfect. He performed he delivered his role well. Samuel Jackson, I can't really put like a rating on his performance because, let's be honest, I don't think anyone has ever seen Samuel Jackson in a bad movie.
No, I mean, I have seen Samuel L. Jackson in one bad movie, and I will get you to try to watch it, because this is a try to watch.
Tell me the movie, because I'm going to laugh if you say something and it's like, oh, I've seen it, I like that film.
This is an older film called Death by Temptation.
I may have seen it.
One of his first legitimate movie roles, and it was in a movie for a company that I'm fond of because they are balls to the wall, just absolute schlocky shit. Troma Entertainment.
Oh, God, you and Troma.
Troma. I'm sorry, I have a lot of love for Troma because of... Troma is kind of like our podcast. What can you do with no money? What can you make with no money? What in the hell are you doing?
I'm going to make a drink because I'm sorry, I'm very dehydrated.
Okay. Well, all this noise that you're making currently it's carrying over. We're not supposed to be mobile on the podcast here like this. What are you doing? There you go. So you muted yourself a little bit, but now I can't hear you at all. That doesn't fucking work because now I'm talking to myself. So, that being said, personally, my favorite performance, I actually really enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson. He was very good. Gina Davis as well, but Brian Cox as Nathan. The guy that basically is, he shows up to help her out, even though, he basically gets his ass kicked or handed to him halfway through his assisting them. I liked his performance quite a bit. I like that one line where he's like, I can tell you everything that's going on, but you may have to kill him if I do. I'm fine with it. You can do that. That's okay. I don't care if he dies, but, just wanted to let you know ahead of time we may have to kill him. Would you like me to continue?
Oh, no, I agree with you 110%. It was fantastic. I'm sorry. I've finished making my drink. I'm on my way upstairs and my phone will go down. But no, I agree with you 100%. Sorry. See, this is for anyone listening right now, this just shows how unprofessional this podcast actually is. Because, I should have realistically had this at hand before we started recording, but I didn't.
No. Well, I have a drink here, too. So, you see this bottle. I got a bottle from a company called Circle. It's wonderful. It's basically, you have your flavor. It comes in a little cartridge that you screw into the top of the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way that you have to drink it makes such an asinine amount of noise that I can't physically drink it while I'm on the podcast. Because it sounds like... It sounds like you're sucking out of a bottle that has no air in it, and then you let go, and all the air just bubbles back into it. Just like
I feel like with that explanation, that our viewers need to hear it just to see.
Right. Well, okay, I'm going to do it right now. You ready? Listen to this. I'm going to drink out of the bottle. Did you hear the amount of noise?
Oh my god.
Right. Just the amount of noise that, because you can't just tip it back and the water comes out. You have to suck the water out of the bottle. You're essentially giving the bottle a mini blowjob. That's what you're doing. I'm sorry. I'm just being realistic here. Other than that, love the bottle and love the brand.
That should have been a line in the movie. At some point, for something, you got to give it a mini blowjob.
Just a mini blow. Somebody sticks a gun in your face. It's just like giving it a mini blowjob. Open your mouth,
Samuel Jackson goes to kill somebody. He says, "Open your mouth." Why?
Can I just say that her child in the movie is so badass? The kid doesn't even cry when her mother uses the baby doll's head to put. Basically, it's a Betsy Wetsy. Uses the fucking doll to put gasoline in it so that she can get out of her little predicament. She knows where she's going. Let's just fill the doll with gasoline so we can...
I like the fact that fucking her daughter just gets into the truck, which is a bomb, and then the mother's just there like, the truck's the bomb when Samuel Jackson points it out to her. I fucking love that bit. Because her reaction is so fucking... That's my dad's reaction, okay?
The truck is the bomb.
Just like, this fucking idiot. The truck's the bomb.
What is wrong with you? So, all in all, I would say that I would not agree with the rating that IMDb has for this movie at all.
Oh, no. That's why I feel like we should hit the ratings now. I would rate this film, honestly... a good 9.5 out of 10.
I'd give it about that. I would say about 9. I'm not going to give it quite a 9.5, but I would give it about a 9 out of 10.
So for me, it's a 9.5 because acting, writing, and performances personally through the roof. It would have got a 10 if it was a little bit more realistic with some of the things. You know what I mean?
I would say the reason why I would give it like a 9, yeah, it could be a little bit more realistic. That's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, not quite a 9.5. But for me, a lot of the actors that were in this movie, this is kind of the best that they've been. You know, these are some of the better performances that some of these actors have put out.
This was when they was in their prime sort of things.
You know, Bearco, you had Cox and you had Davis. I mean, Gina Davis alone, this is probably one of the best performances I personally ever watched her in. You know, there's not a lot of movies that I mean, obviously, you know, people loved Beetlejuice and, you know, people liked
I forgot she was in Beetlejuice, yeah. That's where else I've seen her face. For some reason, or like when I saw her in this film, all I could think of was Stuart Little.
Stuart Little as the mom.
Very young. She was a lot younger in Beetlejuice.
She was.
So that's probably why I didn't realize it was her.
She was in Thelma and Louise. She was in The Fly. That was a very good movie. She was in A League of Her.
Also in A League of Their Own, where she played the female baseball woman. I forgot.
Female baseball.
That was a really good movie. She was with Madonna. Okay, fuck you.
Sorry, it's C. Dottie Hinson was her name not that anybody's gonna remember that off the top of their head. Just it's there. We know it's there.
I'm British as well. Okay, I get a free pass.
But I want to say that
an American celebrity.
This particular movie was the first time that I really started going, man, you know, I kind of like Gina Davis as an actress. You know,
oh hell yeah,
she had Thelma and Louise, which was all right. You know, that's a big movie for a lot of people. They're like, yeah, that's a seminal kind of Gina Davis movie. But that for me is sort of it's a female empowerment flick. And I've got no real. I have no real way to comment on female empowerment movies because
that's not you groping against female empowerment before anyone who listens to this. So we're not against female empowerment. We're actually quite for it. Just in movie wise, for a lot of us, it's like we get it.
Well, for me, I think I take a step back sometimes. So I don't. If I'm gonna watch a movie about female empowerment and actually comment on it, I want a woman on the podcast. You know, if I'm watching a movie like Straight Outta Compton, I don't want a bunch of white guys on the podcast talking about it with me.
No,
that's what I want to be able to have the voice or a voice within that particular situation or whoever that might have been empowering for to actually have their voice heard on the podcast. And this is actually a call out to people that might actually want to guest on the podcast or suggest a movie that they'd like to come on and review with us. So I'm going to put that out there right on the podcast. Anybody listening, go over to Anchor. You can actually leave us a message on Anchor. You can actually leave us messages in the, I don't want to call them chat feed, but in the messages or the comments on our Facebook page. You can even, give us a shout out in a comment or a review on our actual websites. You can go on to, iTunes or iPodcasts now or whatever that's fucking called.
Yeah.
You can go out to any number of podcasting sites. We read all of our comments. We want to be able to kind of communicate with you. Just reach out to us, and we'd love to have you on.
Tell us where you think we're going wrong. Tell us where you think we're going right.
And if you don't like what we have to say, tell us to stick it up our ass, and we'll tell you to fuck off. That's all we want to do here.
I mean, or let you tell us, to stop doing certain things, and we can tell you exactly what I learned as a kid, which is build a bridge and get over it.
Right. Tiniest violin in the fucking world.
Playing the song just for you. Like, it's like we care about your opinion, but if your opinion is invalid, then we will tell you it's invalid.
I want to say that most people's opinions aren't invalid. Most people's opinions are valid. However, a vast majority of people's opinions can be rather fucking stupid.
Very true.
So there's a difference between invalid and just plain fucking stupid. It's like, I guess if I were to step into your shoes and step into your mind, I might be able to see, with the amount of brain dead behind your eyes, how that might be valid. However,
with that one active brain cell you have in there that's crying out for help, maybe I can conversate with them and find the validation of this opinion.
However, if we can sit down for just a few moments, have a little bit of open dialogue, I can remind you of how stupid the person in the mirror actually is. Okay? We just give me a few minutes.
And also, if you give me a solid, hour, I can reach and dig through my pockets and my bags and my house and see if I can find a fuck to give.
No. I have no fucks to give.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would look for a fuck to give, but I highly doubt I would find one.
No. See, here's the thing. I have no fucks to give. Thus, I am not going to actively look for a fuck to give to anybody because I don't give a fuck to look for a fuck.
No, I mean, I would look for a fuck to
then
give.
You have a fuck to give already. You are giving enough of a fuck to get up and look for a fuck to give.
No. The thing is, I know I have no fucks to give, but to show you that I don't give a fuck, I will go and look for a fuck just to prove to you I have no fucks to give for my own amusement of you actually thinking I have a fuck to give.
Right? It's like sending out a vast picture of a desert. Look at my farm of all the fucks that I have to give.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. I will actively look for one to get your hopes up, just to crush them with the fact that there are no fucks here to give.
Very true. Very true.
I like to crush hopes and dreams. That's my whole thing.
I like to actually build up hopes and dreams. I like to cultivate.
And then take them away.
I like to cultivate hopes and dreams, and I like to sit and say, you will have this in due time when I give a fuck.
No, the evidence of how I like to build hopes and dreams and take them, I'm the sort of person that with my nieces and nephews. Okay, so we have a place over here called Drayton Manor. It's a theme park. It's kind of like your, what's it called now? It's not Five Guys. It's the fucking, what's it called?
I don't know.
Your theme park over there. You guys have a theme park over there.
I have a lot of theme parks over here. It's Six Flags.
That's the one, Six Flags. Okay, it's very similar to your Six Flags.
So hold on, before you finish, Five Guys is a place that you go to get hamburgers.
Burger restaurant, yes, yeah. Burger restaurant. I know we have Five Guys over here too, but no. So it was the number thing. That's what I was trying to think of. So our Drayton Manor is very similar to your Six Flags. I'm the sort of person that with my nieces and nephews, I will look for tickets and stuff for Drayton Manor, and then I'll go, oh my god, look at this deal for Drayton Manor, and get them so excited and think that we're going, and I'll go, shame I can't buy it, and then I'll close the fucking tablet and just bye, and I'll go off and do my thing, and I just watch them get the biggest grin to the look of, you motherfucker.
Right.
I love it. It's brilliant. It gives me serotonin.
I want to say that the only actual amusement ride that the Five Guys have ever created is the gas-powered one in the loo. That's it.
Oh, no, okay. Can we just discuss do you know what I love Five Guys over McDonald's? I know we're going way off topic here, and this tends to happen. Anyone who's tuned into the podcast before knows this happens. But what I love about Five Guys over every fast food restaurant in the UK and America is they will give you your fries, and you will have a decent amount of fries. Now, in every other fast food restaurant, you will get like 3-4 extra fries in the bottom of the bag. In Five Guys, it's like you have an extra like 2-3 portions of your fries in the bottom of the fucking bag. And it's amazing. They over-deliver on the fries, and I fucking love it. And their burgers, oh my god, their burgers.
Their burgers are absolutely gigantic, and it's fucking beautiful. It really is beautiful.
And they're delicious as well, because I don't know about over there, but the Five Guys over here in the UK, they don't use frozen meat patties.
No, it's all fresh. All fresh.
No, yeah, they literally get a chunk of beef, like in a ball, and crush it. Like, they will flatten it on the grill. And that's why your burger takes a little bit longer to get to you than if you was to go to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. Because them motherfuckers, they're making your burger fresh for you. They even toast the fucking buns.
Right, now stop complaining. This isn't fast food. Sit down and wait for your food. That's all we're asking.
Exactly.
Don't complain.
But like, do you know what I love as well? I don't know if they do it over there, but in the Five Guys over here, they just have big fucking bags of peanuts, and you can just eat as many of them fuckers as you want. You can just sit there and scoop the peanuts up and sit there and munch them while you're waiting for your food.
This podcast not brought to you by Five Guys or Six Flags.
No, but it should be. Fuck, if we got sponsored by Five Guys, oh my god, my diet's going out the fucking window. Goodbye, diet.
All right,
I got a gift card for Five Guys. Fuck you.
We're going to go take a few minutes to listen to our sponsors, and we will be back just a few moments to play a couple games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is your warning. We do post up spoilers. At times we're relatively offensive. We use vulgar language. So if you think that any of those are gonna offend you in any way, shape, or form, take your step back right now. Because, buddy, this is not the place for you. Anywho, have fun listening to us. And, yeah, this has been your final warning.
All right, thank you for sticking with us through our sponsor. And we're going to go ahead and do a game we haven't actually tried yet on the podcast. This is going to be a first time with just me and Tom doing this. It might be a little bit more entertaining with, like, 4 people. But, you know... you got this laughter going on, man. You got devious things going on in your head. All right.
We did a tester before this.
Well, we're going to use the tester right now, so I guess you already got some stuff in your head you're going to use. So, are you ready? All right.
Yeah.
So, this is called a game of nasty things, and our first category is things that will get you sent to hell. Literally anything that a Catholic priest is currently doing to make headlines.
Castrating the schoolboy.
Castrating. Like I said, anything a Catholic priest... No, they don't castrate the schoolboys.
No, exactly.
They want those parts functional.
Exactly. First they castrate them.
Let's see.
Come here, little Timmy.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
no.
I'm going to hell anyway. I'm going to hell.
Okay.
Go, Chris, you'll go.
Yeah, right. Thanks. I'm up next. I kind of liked your answer, but I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say it right now. I'll let you say it, okay? I don't want to be the one to say what you said. I don't want to be the one to say what you said.
Yes, make it obvious that I said it first.
Right. Things that will get you sent to hell.
Listening. Viking said this first, but...
Well, see, now, what will get you sent to hell depends upon where in the country or the world that you live. Really. I mean, it really does. It's subjective.
No, not in... So, if we go off Christian logic, not in the eyes of the Lord, just because of where you're from does not take away from the fact of the sins in his eyes.
Right. Yeah, here's my problem, is that people can interpret it to mean anything. Anybody can go to hell based off of their own personal views.
Most priests do that anyway, and they think they're exempt.
Right. No. Well, because they feel that they're given absolution. All they have to do is do their Hail Marys and what the fuck ever.
Oh my god, that would have been a better answer. Name something that could send you straight to hell. Be a Catholic priest.
Right? Be a Catholic priest. Interpret the Bible to mean if you're gay or you happen to be another color other than white, you're going to hell.
Yeah,
you're going to go to... There's a whole thing in the Bible that, basically do not judge. Do not judge lest ye be judged. You're not allowed to be the judge. If anybody is the judge in your religion, it is the Almighty, not fucking you. Shut your mouth.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. What else can get you sent to hell? Not pulling over after you ran over the old lady.
Knowing me as a person, that'll get you sent straight to fucking hell.
Being on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
110%.
110%.
110%.
Stripping in front of me without asking permission.
Hey! I had to. Sometime, remember?
Yes, but you could have warned me you were taking your shirt off. Let's see.
I'm going to bed after this.
And of course, you have 10 commandments you can go by. No adultery, no coveting thy neighbor's wife, blah, 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 blah.
But that's so much fun. It's not my fault she asked for it.
Right. You're not allowed to covet her at all. Do not covet her. Do not covet all over her. Just don't. Anyway.
I didn't cover all over her. I covered all inside.
Next question. This one is by far much better than the question about going to hell. Name things that you should never use as a sex toy.
A cactus.
A porcupine.
Donald Trump.
just ooh. Okay.
For anyone who doesn't realize what just happened, Chris had the most concerned look on his face.
Yes, let's not use Donald Trump as a sex. Let's just not use any politician as a sex toy. If anybody should be rendered sterile and sexless, it is anybody that is currently in politics. Just sterilize the whole fucking lot of them. Don't let them breed. Just be done. Okay. What? Sex toys. Let's see. What should never be used as a sex toy? A nail gun.
A chainsaw.
Oh, that can be fun.
No, not really.
no, maybe not. You got to modify that chainsaw to make it fun.
Yeah, you'd have to modify it just by taking the blade off. There's nothing you can do with a chainsaw to make it more fun. Actually, no, you could. If you modified it enough, took the blades off, put a blank chain on it, and then put paddles on it, you could have like a fucking rotating spanker.
That's actually a pretty, a jackhammer.
Oh, no, that could be used fun.
A pneumatic jackhammer?
Yes, just swap out the actual fucking chisel end of it for a dildo, and...
You want to talk about a wrecked asshole? I mean, just... Why did my brain immediately go to asshole?
Chris, I got one worse. Since you said asshole, a jar.
A jar?
You said jar. You said asshole. Yeah.
Why?
One man, one jar.
I'm not looking that up. I'll tell you that right now. I will not look that up.
I feel like everyone should vote that Chris go watch
We will add that to the list of things you should never Google. Just don't do it. Not even out of morbid curiosity. Don't do it. Just don't Google it. I accidentally Googled something yesterday and ended up on a bestiality website. Nope. What the hell happened here? No.
How did this progress into
I don't know. I wanted it. I couldn't find it. I don't know what the fuck I typed in that landed me there. I'm sitting here. I can't remember what it was I was looking for. I was talking to somebody, and I'm just randomly Googling things, and then I tried to look for something, and I ended up, I'm like, whoa, no.
Please tell me your wife walked in at that moment.
No, that's just...
Aww.
Okay. Next category. Things you can say to a one-night stand when they catch you sneaking out.
Deuces.
Yeah. You had to have known this was coming.
Tell your mom I said hi.
Okay. I'm sneaking out before your boyfriend comes back. He just texted you and I answered.
Oh god. Oh god, what else is it? You got the check?
And just so you know, the DNA test came back. I'm your brother.
Now get the fuck out of my house.
Would you like to play a game? My condom broke, and I've hidden your plan B.
Oh god, you pull out a TikTok. I'm an international super spy.
What?
I'm an international super spy.
Okay.
I'm an international.
I have no
super
TikTok
spy.
presence whatsoever. I am on TikTok.
You should.
I have done nothing with TikTok because all I could do, like, I think that, like, the only thing that I would do on TikTok, they have all these things that everybody's doing. They're making all these really cool videos. And all I would do is just stand there with this Ben Stein fucking serious look on my face the entire time and just mouth the words of things. That's it.
Do it and promote cinematic anarchy that way.
Yep, that's it. That's my whole thing. I really think that we should start an OnlyFans page for the ideas that we came up with.
Yes.
I really do.
100%.
I'm going to go buy a rooster and we'll do daily pictures of my cock. You know,
yes.
we will do videos of Miss B in the bath fully clothed singing sea shanties. And did you have something? You had something too.
No, I don't think we did, but I mean, I can just...
Everybody has to come up with something that sounds vaguely sexual but is completely non-sexual.
I was just gonna run up and down the canals in my area, holding my groin, and completely naked, just running up and down like a crazy naked madman.
Fair enough. Next category.
No, wait, another one.
You got another one.
For that one, I fucking had one. No, the one night stand wakes up and catches you sneaking out. You just look at them and go, "Let's do the time warp again." Just start singing that.
Right. No, let's not do that.
Let's not. It's just you jump to the left.
Right.
And then a step to the right as you're walking out the door.
Stop, grab the doorknob, look back over your shoulder. I'm running out for a pack of cigarettes. That is what your dad said when you left too, right?
That's what my dad said.
That's what I just said. I said that is what your dad said when he left too, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. God.
If you're planning on making this like a permanent one night stand, you don't want them to call you back, then you got to say something to just kind of seal the deal, right? Like,
oh, hell yeah.
It's like, you don't want to be the guy that did the good job, and then the one night stand is kind of, hey, come here. Come back. Let's do this again. 2 night stands. Come on.
No, thank you. Goodbye. And if they phone you back, just say, "No phone, who this?" and then hang up.
Right. They catch you sneaking out. "New phone, who this?" and then shut the door.
Mm-hmm. They look you dead in the eyes. Did you say, "New phone, who this?"
Right, exactly. Okay, next category now?
Yes, next category, sorry.
Things you don't like to touch. Well, I can't include myself in that, so let's see.
Small children.
That's almost as bad as Donald Trump.
No,
wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. We have to go under the assumption these are things you don't like to touch. So,
exactly. Small
these
children,
have to be things that you have touched previously that you've been like, "Oh yeah, I don't like that. Let's not do that again."
Yeah, exactly. No, I have. My friend let me hold her baby, and I didn't like it because it felt weird and wrong, and I didn't want to do it, so I passed it back. It's like, I don't want to do that again. Don't hand me that child. I have a new nephew who my sister has tried to make me hold, and I said, "No, I don't like that. I don't want to do that." I guarantee you I will have my own kid, and the hospital will try and hand it me, and I will drop it on purpose and be like, "I don't want to hold it."
I was in the delivery room for my first child, and the doctor looks over to me. Now, I've been sitting here. I've been awake for like the better part of 36 hours. My wife was in labor for a while, and they look over to me, and the Serenity comes out into the world, and then the doctor looks over at me and goes to hand me the scissors. "Would you like to cut the umbilical cord?" And immediately my first question is, there's somebody more qualified to do that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not the doctor here. Why are you asking me to cut things off my child?
I am the sort of person, if I was in the delivery room and I had a newborn son and they handed me scissors to say, "Do you want to cut the umbilical cord?" I would fuck it up and they'd go, "Well, you've got a daughter now." That's what would end up happening.
Serenity was a boy. We had to change the name after I fucked up cutting the umbilical cord, you know. Cock and balls and everything on the floor. That's not the umbilical cord, sir. It's this one.
Well,
Fuck. I told
the
you.
wife's just there. We got a new baby boy. You cut it off and then go, I told you I wanted a daughter.
Right. Well, I don't even know what to go with that. Okay. Things that you don't like to touch. My ex.
Pickles.
Pickles?
Pickles. I fucking hate pickles.
Diapers.
Uh,
I actually physically loathe scooping my cat's litter box.
I agree, that's nasty. Funny enough, my almond butter, I don't like touching that, but I have to.
There is one thing that I really don't like to touch. It's actually this one. It's they don't make them anymore, but they used to make these lenticular cards. Okay, and basically what they were is those were the cards that kind of had the ridged surface, and if you kind of moved them in different ways, the character on the card would move different ways.
Yeah. The holographic sort of cards, yeah.
That ridged surface on my fingertips, it makes me bite my tongue like I'm hearing nails across a fucking chalkboard.
I have a similar effect with Pringle lids. Okay? For some reason, every time I touch one of those lids, I get this weird pain in the bottom row of my teeth.
Oh.
That's so uncomfortable. I just fucking hate it. Just talking about it now, I'm starting to get the pain. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I'll have to agree with you on that one. No, I actually can't agree with you on that one. I don't have that feeling when it comes to Pringles lids. So
I don't like touching Pringles lids now.
It's a good one, though.
Fuck
I mean,
that.
I'd never heard of that one before. All right. Next thing. Things you refer to as medicine, but your doctor does not.
Marijuana.
Alcohol.
Smoking.
Medicine. Things that I refer to as medicine. Sex.
Violence.
Medicinal violence.
Yes.
Medicinal violence. How does...
It calms my anxiety down.
Please pardon the motorcycles flying past my windows. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I could.
Everybody can hear that. I am not in a soundproofed room. I am not recording this from a soundproof room. I have never recorded this from a soundproof room. So, unfortunately, you get to hear all the street noise. You will hear the occasion. It's summer, so motorcycles have come out. You know, in the winter, we can kind of avoid it a little bit. I don't have a lot of things that I call medicine that doctors don't. Sleep medicine. Medicine. This is my medicine.
No, sleep in itself. Sleeping for extended periods of time specifically.
I had a grandparent that thought that Pez was medicine. He thought he was taking his medicine. He was eating Pez. So his doctor,
shit I would do. I'm not gonna lie.
His doctor took him off his heart pills. So I guess whatever he needed the heart pills for, he didn't need them anymore. And so he was so adamant about wanting to have the heart pills that he would freak out. And so my mother replaced his heart pills with Pez. And he would take the Pez.
It became a placebo.
Yes.
Became a placebo.
A Pez placebo.
I've already thought about something when I get old. As long as I don't get dementia, I am adamant that on my deathbed, I'm going to pull my eldest child near me and I'm going to call my other children towards me and say, I buried the money in that, and then I'm just going to pretend to die until I actually die.
Fair enough.
I want them to spend the rest of their lives digging in areas they think I would have buried this money that doesn't exist. Then I want my wife at the time to wait 20 years when they have ruined their lives to tell them that there was no money in the first place.
All right. Last question of the night, or last category of the night. Things that make a woman scream yes.
When you take out the trash when they don't ask.
Apparently anything but me. No, the winning of an argument.
True.
Though it happens so frequently, the frequency of the screaming of the yes, it only happens when it's a particularly difficult argument. You know?
The eating of the vagina.
The eating of the vagina. The eating of the vagina. I like that. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does. I'm not, and I know most women here will agree with me. It does. If it's done properly and done right, you will make a woman scream yes.
A night out with the girls.
Yeah, true. When you genuinely do chores and clean for them without them asking, you know what I mean? Like, and you actually show them attention.
Literally anytime you're sitting next to your woman watching television and a famous person apparently does full frontal.
Yep. or that very, very rare occasion where you're out with your woman and they see a celebrity on their bucket list of people they're allowed to cheat on you with, who they're never supposed to be able to see. And then they see them.
Right. See, they forget that one thing. They always forget that one thing. You've given them the celebrity bucket list, the list of people that they are allowed to cheat on you.
The celebrity free pass.
Right.
As bear word.
Just because they're your free pass doesn't necessarily mean that they agreed to give you the pass.
Exactly. There was actually something went round to one of the... I can't remember the name of the celebrity, but they were at a Comic-Con, and this woman, bless her heart, walked up to the celebrity and told him that he was her free pass. And then she tried to bargain with him to sleep with her. And he was having absolutely none of it. He was like, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Just because your husband said it's okay does not mean I'm going to agree to it.
That's what he says for the cameras. However, when the cameras are off.
No, this was literally all off a camera. I mean, I know what he's saying, but there was no cameras.
Well, when people aren't around, I should say.
Yeah, he said it on an interview that this happened, and I just was like, oh, how bad do you think she felt?
So here's what I would like to know. Here's what I would like to know. How many times has the celebrity free pass ever worked? See, my feeling is this. If you're going to set up a celebrity free pass, go for D-list celebrities.
Or, now here's the counter offer on that one. Porn stars. There is actually quite a number, and bear in mind, this is going to sound very... There is a number of porn stars who have been approached by specific people and go, you were on my bucket list. And they are so willing, because it's their job to sleep with people. They kind of just go, you know what, fuck it, okay.
I don't personally have a bucket list. I'm going to go ahead. Go ahead.
I had a bucket list. Then I kind of threw it out the window when I became single. But, like, I don't really need a bucket list because for me, when I'm with somebody, I just want to be with that person. You know what I mean? I'm cheesy like that.
That's fair enough. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and take the clue from the fact that Viking is now laying down and his eyes are closed. We're gonna end the podcast at this point because it's
give people context first, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
Before the break, he told me he was tired and he was about to pass out anyway. That am I allowed to even talk about that?
Yeah, you can. It's cool. I don't mind. It's completely fine.
We'll just say that your medication is setting in and you're fucking tired.
Yeah,
that's all we have to say. And so I'm going to give him a break, and we'll go ahead and end the podcast here. And I'm going to thank everybody for listening to us tonight. Kind of rant on about a movie we all liked for once. Even the people that were supposed to be on the podcast, Miss B and Omar were supposed to be here, and they loved the movie, but they didn't show up at all.
I mean, and we stayed on topic for a very good portion of it.
Very, very good. Yes. So that.
Compared to the normal episodes.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll stay on the topic for some really, really bad movies, too, but it's because it's so bad that you have to talk about it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Also, for anybody listening in, because Miss B hasn't shown her face today, and she does not know the news, for anyone who cannot, well, you obviously cannot see my face, but I've shaved my fucking head, which shocked Chris over here.
Yeah, I was
significantly.
Right, yes, I'm used to the shock of blue hair, and now there's nothing there. Nothing there.
I just answered the phone to him with a bald head, and he just kind of was like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Oh, what happened? What happened? Who did you lose the bet to?
I wish it was that simple.
Right?
But no, it really, honestly, it was just the case of the hair was irritating my scalp a little bit too much, and I suffer with eczema. So, yeah, I just thought, fuck it, we'll try something new. Well, not new, but revisit an old thing.
So again, on behalf of myself and Thomas here, thank you for listening to us. I keep hydrated. Nobody get sunstroke. It's summer. Take care of yourself. And
don't get sunburnt like I did. Trust me, it sucks.
No, don't get sunburnt like he did. He's literally flaking everywhere. Yeah, just everywhere.
Just pay it.